the whole game Saturday and how you and the defense played?
I just feel like, thank you, Jesus. We was able to go out there, get the job done, come home with a win. And that's really all we was worried about. So, just real grateful we was able to go out there and do that.
And considering, I think your dad played at Hawaii?
Yes, sir.
Right? So considering playing against Hawaii, your first start, first pick, like what did that night mean for you?
It just felt good. All the work we've been putting in all year, fall camp, just to go out there, finally fly around with the boys and come home with a win. It was definitely a special one.
Michael, and then Brian.
For Malachi, based on your playing time and performance, it seems like you're a lot more comfortable now than maybe when you first got here. How would you describe what the transition was like for you coming from California to Tucson?
Just buying into what my coaches was preaching and teaching, which is effort, execution, accountability. And we live by that. So that was something I had to come along with. But loving the transition from my HBCU to this Power 4 program has been a great experience.
What was kind of the biggest challenge that you felt like you faced when you first got here and you're maybe, practicing against a higher caliber of athlete?
Just the coaching style. I wouldn't say it was the competition or anything like that, just buying into what my coaches was teaching and just camaraderie with my teammates, I was at my HBCU for 3 years, built great relationships there, and coming here, I met some great guys, including these two next to me. That was the big transition.
Brian and Troy.
Michael, the coaches that we've talked to have all pointed out multiple times about how much better it seems like you've looked now that you've moved inside. What has that transition been like for you, and why do you think that position best fits you right now?
I feel like just my body type. I'm a pretty long body, so everything happened quicker inside rather than outside. I tackle, you're playing in space. And this offseason, I lost a lot of body fat, I gained muscle, so I just feel like that transitioned well on the inside.
Troy and then Justin.
And Michael, going off with the offensive lineman's performance, you guys seem to get stronger as the game went on. What do you think was clicking as a unit for you guys in that second half?
Everybody just in sync. We got one heartbeat. As long as everybody's on the same page, we know we're all right. So that's why we're able to dominate in that way.
Justin and Brian.
Malachi, how would you summarize your college journey? Going to JUCO, HBCU, and now you're here. How would you summarize this whole journey?
I would say it's been amazing. Blessed through it all, I would say. That's the biggest thing. It wasn't never supposed to be me, quote unquote. Like, I grew up in Atlanta, grew up with a lot of good athletes around me and a lot of bad opportunities, things to get into trouble and things like that. But I would say with my perseverance, consistency, and a love for the game, it's brought me to where I am. And it's no surprise that I'm where I'm at. Just if you look back and see, I've gotten better every year I play football. So it's only the proof is in the pudding with me.
And then tell us about your upbringing in Atlanta. Tell us about your childhood and how you got here.
I grew up on the east side of Atlanta, DeKalb County. I went to Stevenson High School. There's a lot of great talent coming out of my side of town, and it's easy to get caught up in that hype, or that could be like a hindrance, watching other people go in front of you and you being left behind. And just run your own race, you feel me? Just run your own race. Nothing is guaranteed. Even if you put in all the work you can put in, you do everything right, it still may not be guaranteed. So run your own race, be appreciative of what you get and what you have, and just show gratitude.
Brian.
Malachi, correct me if I'm wrong, I think you played maybe 5 games against FBS teams when you were at Alcorn. Seeing as you're playing an FCS opponent this week, what is it like for players at that level to get an opportunity to play those kind of games? Do you expect
that's what you want. That's everything you can ask for, to showcase your talent on a big stage. And kudos to all the FCS guys who do it, who put in work every day, every week, live like we do. They prepare just how we prepare. They watch film just how we watch film. They put their pads on one leg at a time, and they expect to win every game, just like we expect to win every game. So, with that being said, kudos to those guys. We got a great opponent this week, and we're gonna take them as serious as anybody else.
Justin and Juan.
Malachi, why do you think coming out of high school maybe you were a little under-recruited?
Just the area, I would say, in the town. You know, I came out during the COVID year, so it wasn't a lot of roster spots available for guys who weren't highly recruited like me, and 5 stars and 4 stars, you know, people who already had scholarship spots in. I'm appreciative of my JUCO. I went to Independence Community College in Kansas. Had some of the greatest coaches there. I played with some of the greatest players I ever played with there, so I don't really see a difference. For me, in my experience there.
And then what do you like to do outside of football?
Sleep.
Okay.
Juan and then Michael.
Gavin, a lot of coaches this fall camp said that they were really impressed by your patience and then your attention to detail. What was that journey like, having to stay patient, wait your turn, and to have to show out on Saturday?
You know, I think for me, I'm a big believer in God and His plan for me. You know, and His plan and His timing is greater than mine. You know, so just keeping the faith. No matter however things look, they may look good right now, they may look bad right now, you know. Just keep my faith in God, knowing that His plan is greater than mine, and where I'm going is better than where I could ever dream of going myself, you know. So just keeping the faith, I would say.
Michael, and then if we have time, Justin.
I have one for Gavin and then one for Michael. Gavin, you had that sequence there, I think it was the third quarter, sometime in the second half, you got the penalty that set them up with 1st and goal, and then 2 plays later, you got an interception. Can you just kind of walk us through your mindset as that all was kind of unfolding?
Yeah, I mean, watching the film, the penalty is, I mean, I didn't have to grab him. You know, I had good coverage, kind of lost the ball and just grabbed him when I didn't need to. You know, that's definitely something I could learn from, improve going forward. And, you know, 2 plays later, the interception, it's really just a testament to my brothers around me. Everybody, you know, Coach G just emphasized, you know, what to do and how to do it. All 11 to the ball in a bad humor and keep them out the end zone. So all 11 of us on the field, we just buy into that, believe that, and my brothers and my coach was able to put me in a good spot where I was able to make a play.
And then for Michael, you guys ran the ball really well on Saturday. Probably the best rushing performance since maybe the Utah game last year. What did it feel like as an offensive line to set that kind of physical tone, open up some holes for the run game?
It felt great. It felt real good because we was already talking all week, like we got to come out and dominate the line of scrimmage, and that's one of our pillars, you know. So just knowing what their fronts is and knowing our scheme and what our IDs was, front and backside, and knowing how we're going to block them, it helped tremendously for sure.
We'll finish up with one more for Justin.
So Michael, who brought up the idea of moving you to guard? Was that you? Was that the coaches? And how did you guys go about that transition?
Yeah, one day I was just like, shoot, coach, I want to try the inside too. Like, you never know how it could be, and that's what you know, it just worked out perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just blessed for the opportunity, and my brothers here always keep me level-headed, and as long as you're always going crazy for us and everything like that, it's a blessing for sure.
And Malachi, you being from Atlanta, playing at Alcorn State, I would imagine this is probably the farthest west you've been in the United States. What was enticing about Arizona and coming out here? How would you summarize your time so far?
So on my visit, I just seen the mountains and stuff, and was like, it looked beautiful. It's a beautiful place to be, a beautiful place to live, as y'all would know. But what sold it was just the coaches. Honestly, it wasn't. And that's what I tell everybody. Like, it's not about the buildings and the stuff that we have. It's about the people in the building that make like everything go and make everything perfect. So it was a perfect fit for me. So that's how that went.
Awesome.